what happened during the earthquake? Where were you, and what did you think?
So I was in bed and we felt the earthquake, and normally we would feel like a bit of a jolt and that would sort of be it, but then it kept going. And so then, of course, I stood up and I went under the door and it got bigger and stronger and louder. And then I had my family upstairs calling out. We were all calling out to each other to make sure we were all okay. And then, also, that was another one. And then there's just been consistent aftershocks since then. And then there's been several tsunami warnings for different parts of the country. And because, of course, we're surrounded by water here, most of the country has a tsunami warning. So, yeah.
Small earthquakes are quite common in New Zealand, but this one is very big. Have you ever experienced anything like this before?
Yeah, a few years ago when I was still in high school, there was quite a big earthquake at school, and the school was shut down and everything. But I've never felt anything quite this big. And I think is what hits home the most for me is knowing that a lot of my family used to live in Christchurch and lost their homes and things. And so earthquakes are always quite a terrifying and very personal thing to myself and my family. So, yeah.
How would you describe the town of Wellington right now? Is people awake? Are they asleep? Is there anyone out on the streets? How would you describe the situation right now?
We're advised not to go outside, but I think that a lot of people in the city are going outside in their apartments because their apartments are just a mess. But of course, it's still the middle of the night, so it's really difficult for the council and stuff to assess the damage and to make an accurate statement of where to from here. So, yeah, I think everyone's using social media and trying to update each other, but it's a little bit of a mess just because there's so many different networks and so many different things happening, and especially now that there's been a tsunami warning. And, yeah, it's just throwing people a little bit.
How well prepared would you say that you are at your home with extra food, equipment, etc.?
Personally, in our household, we're extremely equipped because, like I said, my family from Christchurch, they all suffered in the 2011 earthquakes. So we're the kind of family that we all have whistles in our handbags, and we've always got a bottle of water spare, and we've got our grab and go bags right now by the door ready to go, you know. We're probably the civil defence's perfect family in that sense.
I see, and you're talking about aftershocks, and there is also a warning for tsunamis. How afraid are you for what will come next in New Zealand?
I'm afraid, I think, because a lot of our central CBD is earthquake-prone buildings and heritage buildings, and so who knows what the city is going to be like over the next couple of weeks. But I think in terms of the tsunami, the low-lying communities are all very aware of that, and we're the kind of city that has the tsunami lines on the roads, so people know how far they have to go. And there's a line saying that once you cross that, that is like the minimum distance. So it's a very prepared city, and they're very ready for whatever comes. But at the same time, who knows what's going to come?